We'll call the meeting to order. Don, can you do a roll call, please?
Mayor Dardis.
Here.
Mayor Tony. Mr. Breitling.
Here.
Mr. Hendrickson.
Here.
Mr. Pepcorn.
Here.
Mr. Ebinger.
Here.
Ms. Kolpak.
Here.
Mr. Campbell.
Here.
Mr. Capitan.
Here.
Mr. Grimberg. Mr. Steen.
Here.
And Ms. Morgan.
Here.
Quorum is present.
Excellent. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the board meeting of July 22nd?
So moved.
Second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Is there a motion to approve the order of the agenda?
So move.
Second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Aye. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda, please?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mayor Dardis.
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney.
Aye.
Mr. Breitling.
Yes.
Mr. Hendrickson.
Yes.
Mr. Pepcorn.
Aye.
Mr. Ebinger.
Aye.
Ms. Kolpak.
Aye.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Capitan.
Yes.
Mr. Steen.
Yes.
And Ms. Morgan.
Yes.
And that is everyone.
We'll have the executive director update, Jason Benson. And you'll see his wife got him a new shirt here, so he's looking kind of modern today. So.
All right. Well, thank you. I'll point that out to her. She'll be happy about that. So, my first topic to update is the mayor and John Shockley and Martin Nicholson and I had a great trip out to Washington, D.C. over the last couple of days. Really focused around three different key sets of meetings. One, meeting with our different congressional delegations. We were able to meet with Senator Hoeven, Congresswoman Fedorchak, as well as Senator Smith and Klobuchar's staff. So, and then Senator Kramer's staff as well. So it was great to meet with them, discuss a couple of things that we need some future, some small changes for in legislation, and they're very supportive of those, and we're going to continue to work with them as we move forward. Then we had meetings at the Pentagon with the Assistant Secretary of the Army for Civil Works, Mr. Adam Tell, and then at the Corps of Engineers headquarters with Mr. Ryan Fisher, who's the senior civilian for Civil Works projects. He was out here last August for the Red River structure commissioning ceremony, so he's very familiar with the project. It was a great meeting with Mr. Tell at the Pentagon. He was excited about the project. On Monday, he came out with along with the Corps of Engineers, a new program called Build Infrastructure, Not Paperwork, and it's really focused around getting projects out faster, cheaper, and reducing the paperwork and administrative burden. And we pointed out that this project really fits the bill in so many of those ways that they're looking at changing the Corps' processes through this new program. And Mr. Tell was very excited about the project and asked a lot of questions about it. And then in our meeting with Mr. Fisher, we had some great discussions on moving forward with 408 reform. So 408 permitting is what's required for a Corps of Engineers project once the project is complete. So if you're going to have a utility go underneath a levee or some other component of the project, it's normal that a 408 permit is required. Through this new Build Infrastructure Not Paperwork program, the St. Paul District put out a press release on that on Monday as well, and they indicated in that press release that they would be working with us on 408 permitting reform to improve and reduce the administrative burden in the future. So we talked about that with Mr. Fisher and his staff, got a really good feel from them that they were, one, they appreciate us being there and the approach that we're looking at. And again, we look forward now to working with the St. Paul District in moving this ahead. That's really the key things. The other piece that we did talk to them about with all the parties was the PPA amendment, the project partnership agreement amendment that has to happen for this $100 to $120 million that we're getting in early funding from the Corps. So that we're looking at around that last week of March, so March 30th as a potential signing day. And with that, we let the congressional delegations know that that was a potential day, and then we're moving forward with trying to get everything locked in to get that amendment approved. Of course, it's got to go over through the city of Moorhead and through the city of Fargo commissions, and then ultimately to this board at the March board meeting for approval before having a signing ceremony. So a lot to happen in the next month, but I think we'll be able to make it happen. We're just waiting for that amendment, the draft amendment to come back to us for our review. With that, that's my report on the DC visit. And then the other thing I'd like to talk about is in a week and a half, there's a group of us, 9 of us that'll be up in Winnipeg, and we're going to be meeting for a day and a half with the Manitoba Floodway, the Winnipeg Diversion project, to talk about operations and maintenance. We're going to do a short tour of a couple of their components, but really focus on in the conference room, listening to their subject matter experts, and they've got a really good detailed day and a half long agenda. And one of the things I highlighted to them is don't just tell us how you do things now, but if you were to start fresh, how would you like to have seen it gotten started and being done? And they definitely see it from our, so that they can see it from our vantage point of starting a new program like this. So we're excited to have go do that visit. It's a, project. There's not many projects across the nation that are really aligned with us like this, and to have one just 4 hours north that we can go visit, and we've got a great partnership through the Red River Basin Commission with that group up there. So with that, I'd take any questions.
Any questions? Thank you, Jason.
All right, thank you.
John Shockley, first WIFIA Dross Medal.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the Diversion Authority Board. This is not an action item. It's more of an informational item only. Just wanted to let the board know that today we submitted our first official WIFIA draw to US EPA. The amount was $47.5 million. And we expect that the reimbursement will come back from the US EPA for the loan by March 15th. Over the last month, we had been working with the US EPA officials to make sure that we have everything in order for the draw request. As with any federal loan program, there is some required paperwork and certifications, and so we have everything squared away. Just a reminder, the total value of the WIFIA loan was $569 million. So as the draws continue over the course of the year, we'll let the board know. So I'm happy to answer any questions, but just wanted to alert the board to sort of a milestone in the project, making the first WIFIA loan draw.
Thanks, John. Appreciate that. Any questions? Core. Terry Williams, you're online?
Hey, good afternoon, Mayor. This is the Corps' update for February, and it's very short given the winter shutdown. For the Red River structure, I think the good news there is that Ames is starting to schedule what we call red zone meetings to prepare for getting that contract all done by late summer. And then the only other item I have to report on is down under contract awards pending under number 8. Our forest mitigation, the third contract, we did receive good bids on the 29th of January, and we anticipate awarding that contract any day. And that's our second to the last contract for this entire program, so we're getting towards the finish line. With that, unless there's any questions, that ends my report.
Jason said you're going to get rid of paperwork and make everything simpler. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm cleaning out my office today. It's all gone.
Thank you very much. You want to thank the Corps for its good work on this, and it sounds like you guys in St. Paul are working pretty hard to get us all lined up, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, sir. We really are.
Appreciate it. Chris, going to update us, tell us what's happening.
Yeah, thank you, Chair Mahoney, members of the board. Quick progress update, as Terry mentioned, a little bit lighter on amount of construction going on, but still a fair amount of activity. A couple of good news things. We do have the Rush River Inlet connected, and so that, and also the next bullet down, County Road 22, there was some minor repair work that they've been working on through the winter that should open this week. That would allow them to remove the County Road 22 bypass, which would then open the diversion channel all the way down to the Maple River. And they are working hard to also get the Maple River opened between now and the middle of April. So they're working hard to get more and more of the channel connected. You'll see, I think in the drone video today, BNSF KO intentions are to cut that over and put trains back on the regular track here by the middle of March. And always ongoing channel excavation, like you'll hear Tom report in the video that we're over the 40 million yards of earth moved. So again, continuing to narrow that down. Most of the excavation left are removing natural plugs where we had either road crossings or river or drain crossings left in the channel. So a lot of it is the cleanup work that'll happen throughout the year as we continue to get pieces and parts of the project online. So with that, I stand for any questions. Or maybe Peggy, scroll down to the bridge. Not a lot here. Again, not a lot of bridge work this winter, but just wanted to highlight the County Road 22 bridge, again, should open this week. Again, once that repair work's done, and then the BNSF KO is coming here next month. The remaining work on the bridges is really on hold until we get nicer weather. Most of the work left on the remaining bridges is paving, finishing the roadway work, so things we need to wait until we get a little bit nicer weather to work on. So with that, I stand for any questions related to the construction update.
Any questions? Thank you.
We had another good safety month. There were 3 recordable items. Those are all very minor first aid type things, punctured by nails, slips and falls. So things that aren't uncommon in the winter, things they constantly are talking about and trying to keep people as safe as possible. But again, a lot of activity going on. So the 3 recordable events were all pretty minor first aid type items that they did have to have some treatment done. So they do hit the recordable list. So with that, any questions? I stand for any questions related to the safety update.
Good there.
And for the P3, we wanted to highlight the section this month on the payments, since there's some activity there. Obviously, as John mentioned, we're into making WIFIA draws now, so those will be starting to match up with what we have. So I think, Peggy, right at the top of this page, page 78 of the packet, but in that report, that top box is the one that gives the picture of how much we've actually paid the developer, that $173 million. The rest of the report contains subsets of that, like the next section down, that shows the items that we've made advance payments on. So that's our revolving fund. So that'll always hover in that, most likely in that 70 to 90 million. It won't go over that 90 to 93 million dollar range that we've capped that program at. So as projects go into there, they'll get added. When we make the final payment, they come off. So that's the revolving box. So that one you can't really add. You'll see that number adds up to the number above. I think if you scroll up just one there, that top number, the Series A advance payment, that's the mirror to that. That number will fluctuate, it won't grow. Most of them will just continue to grow as we make payments. This one will fluctuate. So as you're looking at that one's not an additive number, that's just a background number on how many projects or which parts of the project we've made that advance payment on. And then the rest of this section really highlights the upcoming payments. So again, a pretty aggressive schedule. We're scheduled to make the rest of the $860-some million payments here throughout this year. That'll evolve and probably shift around a little bit as work gets done, but or 845 million, sorry, I was off there in my math. But anyway, so that section will become probably more pertinent, more meaningful as we continue to make payments this year. So if you're curious on where we are with making payments, what sits in that advance payment account. That section of the P3 report is a good one to glance at to give you that quick snapshot. So with that, I stand for any questions related to the section of the P3 report or any other questions on the P3 report you might have.
Think we're good?
All right, I think we're ready for drone videos.
40 million cubic yards have now been excavated for the stormwater diversion channel. I'm Tom Fuchs, the Senior Construction Manager with the Metro Flood Diversion Authority, with that and other updates. Channel excavation work is nearly 90% completed, with ASN constructors having moved enough dirt to fill the Fargo Dome more than 18 times. In reaches 9 and 10, west of the FM Metro and south of I-94, channel excavation and material placement in the excavated material berms continues, allowing the diversion channel to take shape on both sides of the 38th Street West crossing. Farther north, in Reach 6, crews have removed the BNSF Prosper shoe fly and are now excavating the diversion channel plug below. Once completed, excavation in this area will establish a connection between Reaches 5 and 6 of the stormwater diversion channel. As our view takes us farther south, we get a ground view of the work on the Cheyenne River Aqueduct so that we don't interfere with nesting eagles nearby. ASN constructors continued placing formwork, rebar, and concrete for the remaining portions of the flume and conduit structure, including the first portions of the elevated walkway atop the south wall of the flume. Concrete work has continued on the structure's wing walls as well, which will usher both the Cheyenne River through the structure's flume and diversion channel flows through the conduits below. At the spillway, construction of additional segments of the structure's concrete base slab is underway. East of the aqueduct, our drone view resumes at the Authority Administration Building. This will be the permanent home for the Metro Flood Diversion Authority and allow direct oversight of project operations. On the main building's exterior, ASN constructors installed sheathing and weather barrier, and roofing installation is nearing completion. Thanks to progress on the building's exterior and temporary heat, work has also progressed on the main building's interior, where metal stud framing and mechanical and electrical rough-in work are ongoing. Crews also began installing the roof at the maintenance building nearby. Curious how this work continued through some brutal low temperatures and strong winds? Check out our YouTube channel. More than
Very good. Amy, what do you got going on now?
Good afternoon, Mayor and board members. For PR and Public Relations, we had our January construction update and also shared information from ASN on the bridge opening this week and the controlled burn that's taking place. On March 5th, if you want to tune into KFGO around 8:35 a.m., Jason will be on to give a project update. So that's coming up. The last newsletter had a good open rate and click-through rate with the focus on technology, and you'll see tomorrow's issue tomorrow focused on engineering. And then we also provided support for materials for the DC trip. Beyond that, I just wanted to call out a little more formal save the date. We are beginning to plan for the October 22nd event that Commissioner Grinberg had referenced. We have space reserved at the Delta Hotel, and right now are working to gather information and emails so we can send save the date reminders. So anybody that has contacts from past board members from a few years ago or even longer, or others that have been involved, if you could send that my way, we can make sure that we get them included so that they're aware of that coming up. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Thank you. Justin? You're making some progress.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Board. First of all, I appreciate the opportunity to come and present a little bit on the lands update. You will notice we actually changed the format of where we're at. We are highlighting key updates on the front end. And with that, we give a brief synopsis. We've got 3 eminent domain trials completed in Cass County, as well as some site inspections, initial discovery hearings on the Minnesota side. We continue to negotiate many settlements since that first trial. Right now, we have 9 pending settlements offers, actually with property owners at this point in time. In the last month, we did close on 5 parcels amongst 3 owner groups. And currently, we're working on closing on some pending parcels in Minnesota and North Dakota, 21 parcels total across 10 owner groups. To put this in perspective, we are almost at 21,000 acres of flowage easements now acquired. And so that is a big number for us, and that'll continue to drop as time goes on. Additionally, we are working on the post-operation debris cleanup and restoration programs and crop loss programs, and we have put together all of our leases for 2026. With that, I can now go over the pictures that actually help highlight some of those numbers I gave you. As usual, the left is the overall project footprint, and the right is that upstream mitigation area. Green is all the areas that we've acquired those flowage easements. Red is eminent domain. Blue are those parcels that we are currently in negotiation with at this point in time. Since last time I reported, we are up nearly 1% within that upstream mitigation area for acquisition of those easements, though. So that is a big change compared to last month's, which we're excited about. Moving beyond that, we can look at the overall progress by location, that upstream mitigation area, and then also as part of that, we actually did gain 1 environmental monitoring easement with that acquisition in that upstream mitigation area as well. And then we always break this down on the construction footprint as well as that upstream mitigation area between the owner groups and the parcels. Fairly similar in percentages when you break it down by groups versus the parcels, but that continues that upward trend of completion. And then as always, we do highlight the critical works of those land agents, the relocation advisory, claim preparation, RIMP reimbursement requests, and also assisting with those mediations and settlement negotiations. With that, I'm more than happy to take any questions.
Any questions, Justin? Thank you very much. Keep up the good work. Mayor Darts, are you ready?
Yes, sir, Mayor. Your Finance Committee met yesterday. There were $1,241,000 worth of bills presented that were approved. Your finance report, our net cash position is $222,683,405. Mr. Shockley's report on the WIFIA draw, that was also presented yesterday to the Finance Committee, keeping us abreast of the first WIFIA draw for $47,551,000. I would like to call attention to the finance report that Chris Backegaard gave earlier in the details of the milestone payments that we have paid to the developer for $173 million so far, and prepayment of the 20% at $78 million. I think that that's something that the board should continue to monitor along with the Finance Committee, is to see how fast this cash is going out. As we've all indicated, our 2026 budget is over $1 billion. And so I would encourage everyone to stay tuned to that. With regard to the sales tax update, Cass County, the last reporting period, we collected $2,272,000, and the City of Fargo, we collected $4,347,000 for approximately $6.6 million that were collected in the last reporting period. With that, I'd stand for any questions.
Any questions of Bernie?
I'd move for the approval of the finance report.
You want to question why he's not running again? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Second.
Is there a motion to approve his report?
Oh, I so move.
Is there a second? Second? Did I hear one? Oh,
Second.
Denise, okay, I'm sorry. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Anybody want to make a public comment today? Dave, you want to talk about the bison? Oh, okay, no, I guess we won't do that. Anybody else want to do public comment? We have no public comment. I believe we are ready to adjourn. Is there a motion to adjourn? Second? All those in favor say aye. We're adjourned. Thank you.